I didn't know you were doing that.
Well, it's going to be immortalized forever.
Yeah.
Yeah. We went live like a minute or so early because it usually takes people a little bit to get on. I guess I could turn. Do you have remotes? I do. Us on the TV so I can see what's going on. Oh my gosh, there's so much noise. So good evening, everybody. Welcome to our live.
Word.
We're gonna let some folks hop on before we do much of anything, but we just got done playing cards with Dad. We have cards on Sunday nights with Dad, so that was fun. And Donald is sporting some, oh look, Donald's in the chat. Some special gear that we're going to talk about later too, that I designed. I could play a song while we wait for people to come in.
People will be upset that you do that.
Why?
Because then people that aren't in are going to miss it.
Well, maybe they'll come in and they'll hear music and they'll be like, oh, this is nice.
Yeah, sure.
You don't think so? I could just play guitar and not sing. Just a little mood music. I should make sure it's in tune this week. It's good enough.
It's a little off.
You're off. Mrs. Naked Gardener's here. I was just talking to Marco. Matt's here. He's one of the ones that came for our picnic today, which we had a great time. Had some good Irish grub. Got to meet the new baby. We probably should eventually fix that crooked picture that's right there.
It's a character.
Well, you can see my bruise. Check out my bruise from my heart stress test. That's one of them. I've got like 3, but that's one. It's pretty gross. You know what? You're gross.
How am I gross?
Because you just pick on me.
I'm not picking on you.
That looks gross.
I'm just asking you a question.
I love you.
I love you.
Ugh. Ugh. Whatever. Don't forget to give a thumbs up when you come in. If you're watching. Anyway, so I hope everybody's doing good this week. Fall is officially here. The weather's been fan-freaking-tastic. We're still in a drought though, which is weird. You just gave us a thumbs up. Great. We're still in a pretty significant drought, which is weird. Like, I thought it would be over by now. We had a really bad summer because of water and yeah. I still haven't gotten the money together to get my shed. Still working on that for my office. I do plan to move the office back here at the house by mid-February, but I need to give them time to build it and deliver it. And then Donald and I have to like put the walls in and the flooring in. So I just got to come up with $500 to put down as a deposit for them to build it. And then I can move out of my office space. Kathy, thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it. Didn't you celebrate a birthday recently or something? Am I remembering that right? I think so. I gotta remember everybody's birthdays. I have so many cool friends now. I gotta remember everybody. So it was in June. You know, honestly, the last couple months have been a blur anyway, so I probably would think it was yesterday. Is it like a shed to office? Yeah. I found a really cool one. I posted it on Instagram, but it's basically a studio shed that I'm converting into an office. It's going to be insulated. It's going to have electricity. I'm going to buy one of those cool, it's like a TV console, but it has the electric fireplace in the middle for my heat this winter. And then I'm going to use the internet here, and it's going to save me like $400 a month because I pay $325 for office and parking in downtown Gettysburg, and then I pay $55 a month for, no, that doesn't include the parking. I pay $89 a month for internet. So the shed, I think we figured out was going to cost me like $250 a month. So I'm going to be saving money regardless. I just got to come up with that initial deposit. And then it's rent to own. My goal is to try to pay it off in a year, maybe 2. And then I don't have that expense anymore, and it just saves us money. I can actually pay myself rent, which will go into the farm. So I'm really looking forward to that. But
Word.
and hopefully it'll still be portable. Like if we ever did move, which we do plan to buy a bigger property, we can move it, I assume.
Well, I assume they're building it and dropping it off, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
it'd be on like a skid or something, right? Yeah. It's really cute. If you can hop on my Instagram, I don't know if one of my moderators is able to pull it off the description of the video, but
let's find out.
It would be the Copper Kettle Farms Instagram. That wouldn't be mine. I'll just type it on my personal Instagram. Yeah. Try not to drop my guitar at the same time.
Let me try.
I'll beat you to it.
I guess that's
That's my personal Instagram. I have it linked within the last couple weeks.
Still trying to copy the damn thing.
Yeah, I think I'll be fine with it. I'm more wanting it, one, for the money, the savings, but also because Dad's home alone, and as he gets older, like his dad died from Alzheimer's, so I worry Dad's going to start developing the signs, and then he's had a heart attack and 2 strokes in my lifetime, so I'd like to be available here for that.
Is it supposed to be Copper Kettles?
No, it was. I said it was on my personal Instagram.
Oh, I said it wasn't. Okay.
No.
I was probably listening.
I don't think you probably should listen to me more.
What I just said that.
Yeah, I'm just reiterating what you just said because it needed emphasis.
But you didn't have to do that. I literally just said that.
𝙒𝘼𝙔𝙎 for a very long time. Hi, Sid. Yeah, if you look on my personal, I'll send you a instant message, like a messenger with it too. It's a really cute design, the one I'm looking at. I actually plan to set it up so that we're gonna put a TV in there, and we don't have cable. We just use like Netflix and stream everything. So that'll be kind of like our space. So Dad can still watch all the Westerns he wants in here, but we have that little shed with the little fireplace, and I think it'll be nice. Right?
Yeah.
With no doors or windows. You mean like a prison? They're kind of expensive, the sheds. What did they say this one's going to be like? $6,000.
9 million.
No, it's like $6,000, the one I want.
Oh, was it? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not that.
No. I was hoping it was going to be closer to 5, but then the insulated windows are more expensive.
Yeah.
And honestly, I plan to try to start doing some recording. One of the things I'm focusing on with all this heart stuff is ways to de-stress. Now, music is a big de-stressor for me. I love playing music. I feel great when I play it. And I feel like if I spend time actually learning more about how to play guitar, maybe I can put together some recordings in there. So everything's going to be insulated. Theme song. We should do a theme song too. What we call it? We'll have it like, we'll call it the turd herder and the singing farmer. That's what we'll call our theme song. What do you think?
Sure.
Hi, Mama Z and Stacy. Papa Z. Yeah, it's 12 by 16 though is the one I'm gonna get, which is bigger than the office space I have now. I've only got a 1-room office space. That's all I need. But we're gonna try to section off like a, what do we say, like a 4-foot by 8-foot section, and actually put, what do they call it when you insulate the soundproof stuff? I don't know what that stuff's called. We're gonna try to soundproof it because I'm also trying to put together some podcasts recording. Remember, we're gonna put like a little closet room that is soundproof for when I do podcasts and recording.
Oh, inside it.
Inside it, yeah.
Oh, okay.
At some point.
A booth.
Yeah, like a little booth, a sound booth.
Yeah, recording booth.
And then I can play music. We have a lot of traffic on the road, which is the main reason. I don't know that I'll be able to record much with the traffic. Grammy Karen, hello, welcome. Stacy.
Hi, Stacy.
Stacy. Donald is Stacy's side piece. That's what they call each other. Which is fine, because naturally MC and me have our own thing. Hopefully she hops on tonight. I'm just going to pull up my music so I know what I'm doing. I was trying to think of songs. Maybe you guys can help me with this. We were singing a bunch of songs, like John Denver songs the other day. And I'm like, I really want to learn homestead-friendly songs so that maybe at some point they'll book me for a gig at one of these festivals or conferences. So maybe you guys can help me come up with a list. Like, I know Country Road is like, everybody knows Country Road. Everybody loves singing Country Road. But what else? I really like Thank God I'm a Country Boy. They'll love that. Just ideas for homesteader songs. If you think of any, let me know. Something I can work on learning. And then maybe at Homesteaders of America, they'll get me up there with Rory Freak. Freak? Not Freak. Forget what his name is. Rory Feek. I think it's Feek. And then I'll become famous and rich, and then I can buy all the shits.
Feek. F-E-E-K.
He does have a really good voice. His wife had a really good voice too. Bluegrass would work. I mean, there are definitely some senior. Shoot, I'm blanking. Who were we listening to earlier? And you were asking if this was senior.
I'm so lonesome.
Why can't I think of that name? I love that.
Hank Williams.
There it is. Yeah. I mean, if you would sing Gangster's Paradise in public, I would do it. But I don't think you would ever sing in public.
No, I wouldn't.
Yeah. And I only know one bluegrass song, and that's that one from that movie Cold Mountain. So. Country Road in 2nd grade. I would cry because I knew it was the new kid and wanted to go back home. Aw, yeah. I think Country Road is special because I think everybody that lives in any kind of rural environment or has a special appreciation for rural environments, that song isn't just about West Virginia anymore at that point. It's for everybody. I could sing that one while we're still getting people on. Don't forget to hit thumbs up.
Gotcha.
Oh, you scrolled me? Thank you. So, who we got in here? Naturally NC's in.
David's Family Farm.
Davis. I miss her singing to me in the morning. When she sings, good morning, good morning, good morning to you.
That would get stuck in my head all God.
It does. It gets stuck in Donald's head, which is one of the reasons why I like she did it.
All day.
Will that be your side piece? Yes. He actually don't play much anymore at the house. You guys kind of got me motivated doing the lives to start playing again. So he doesn't really get to hear me play ever. Except now. Which, by the way, as an update, we found out that his schedule's changing again. Yay. So he's still going to be on evening shifts, no more midnight, which, you know, we're glad he's staying where he's at now. But the days off are going to change, which means the lives are going to have to change again. But we've also got some friends that want to start playing some more Dungeons and Dragons on Saturday late. So I don't think we're going to do the late night Saturdays again. It might have to be early. I just had to figure out what the schedule is, but we're probably going to switch back to Saturdays for our lives. It won't be next weekend, right? Maybe the weekend after.
I think it will be next week.
It will be next weekend?
I think so.
So maybe
13th. So maybe after the next.
Yeah. We'll see. I'll keep you guys posted.
Yeah.
So
Third time in 2 months.
yeah. So we may be back on Saturdays. It might be early evening or late afternoon because we don't want to overlap with Big Bear. I think there's a couple other people we don't want to overlap with, but I don't want to do 10 o'clock again. Was it 10 or 9 that we did? I think we did it at 10. It was too late for a lot of people.
I think we tried at 10 at one time. It was 9.
Yeah. So, yes. So Stacy is Yellow Rose Homestead, and yeah, they just put a contract on their house. So we're actually going to go visit them at some point too. Naturally, NC's going to meet us there, and we're going to go pee on their property to help them claim it as theirs and partially as ours as like visitors, and then visit your family probably at the same time. So yeah. What do you think? It'd be about an hour from your family, right? Not far.
A little over an hour.
Yeah, you won't be far. So I'm excited about that too.
Probably like an hour and a half.
More reasons to visit Texas. Now I've got like your family. I've got the Naked Gardeners. I've got Yellow Rose Homestead, Mama Z's. Then we know a couple heathens down there too. James Carroll, he's in Houston.
Yeah.
A couple others maybe.
Chris Godwin's in Austin.
Yeah, Chris Godwin's in Austin. We want to visit them. So I think honestly, we just want to take a whole 2 weeks off and just do a lap around Texas. But I don't want to hit all of the tourist points. I want to see some like really rural, specific parts of Texas that I just don't know where they're all at. I've started making a list, but I mean, I think I would like Texas a lot more if it wasn't so hot. I don't deal well with the hot. And I've mentioned before, like, I grew up in this area, Pennsylvania, Maryland. So it's very old here. Pennsylvania, Maryland, both were part of the original colonies of the Americas. So there's a lot of old houses here that you don't see that out west at all because of the migration of people going west in the old west, and the houses out there just don't have the same charm here. And I really like, my dream house is an old stone farmhouse from the 1800s or 1700s or whatever. And there's a lot of that here.
You won't get that in Texas.
Yeah.
Most of that's just ranchers.
So we had gone back and forth about where would we want to move to if we had a place. We could technically go anywhere we want. I don't have anything that's really married me here as far as family goes. I have my kindred, which is really the only thing that keeps me in this area. When Dad eventually goes, we could go anywhere we want, but doing some research, because we are really big into gun rights. Pennsylvania is an open carry state. I have a license to conceal carry. He has a license to conceal. They allow the selling and consumption of raw milk. And it's not too hot. It's not too overly snowy. It's just we get all 4 seasons. So we're like, honestly, we kind of like Pennsylvania. So that's probably where we're going to stay. Unless there's a really big compelling reason for us to go elsewhere. But so far, I mean, we looked at Montana, Wyoming. There's really nothing there that compares to Pennsylvania. Plus, I mean, look at the history of Pennsylvania. You got the Constitution was ratified here in Philadelphia, and the Bill of Rights and all of that was around here. It's just a really cool area. If you've never been to visit, I would check it out. Conroe is the birthplace of the Texas flag. I did not know that. Yeah, you do have a longer growing season down there. I will say that. That's the only thing that I would like about moving south is the longer growing season. But I think we could extend ours a little longer through winter gardening and the greenhouse up here. El Paso is actually closer to California than it is to our new place. Yeah, what was that thing you used to tell me about Texas, about the oceans?
Oh, El Paso is closer to the Pacific Ocean than to Texarkana. And Texarkana is closer to the Atlantic Ocean, something like that, than to El Paso, or something like that.
Yeah, it's crazy how big Texas is. Yeah, we're definitely in a very large historical landscape.
I think that's what I think it was the El Paso one. El Paso is closer to the Pacific Ocean than it is to Texarkana.
Yeah, it's just crazy. Plus, there are certain things down there that I just don't know that I want to live with, like alligators, scorpions, fire ants,
rattlesnakes.
And we do have a Pennsylvania rattlesnake. I've never seen one. The only thing I've ever seen up here is copperheads. I mean, we do have bears and we do have mountain lions, but I would feel like they're more rare than like fire ants and stuff, right?
More rare?
Yeah, like would you see how often have you seen a fire ant?
Fire ant every day.
Yeah, I've never seen a bear. So, alligators in North Texas. Didn't you say there were gators in that river?
There are some in the Red River.
In the Red River?
Yeah.
His family lives near and has worked at the Red River Army Depot.
Yeah.
So that's like his general area. What else is there that I don't? That's about it. My ex is in Texas. Oh, no, technically he's in Arkansas now, isn't he?
I was about to say all your exes in Texas.
Yeah, all my exes live in Texas. And Texas is the place I really want to be. I would love to visit. I just don't know that I'd want to live there. Dee says they have gators in some of the canals in North Carolina. Yeah. I think Maryland we've never had gators. Maryland, we didn't really have much of anything. Maybe in Western Maryland, when you get to the Appalachian, they have bears there, but
how does cost of living compare though?
It's
there
expensive.
Compared to here?
It's
here is
expensive
insanely
here.
expensive.
Very expensive. Yeah.
Yeah. It's incredibly expensive.
A house that would go for $400,000 here, you could get for $100,000 in Texas, I think.
I would say that right there is. I'd probably even say down to 80,000.
Yeah, it's way different. Now again, the salaries are different too, though. I think. I've never looked at web development salaries, but what do you think that you would make as a wastewater operator down in like DeKalb, where your aunt is?
Well, I'll say this. So the superintendent here makes $100K a year.
Yeah.
The superintendent in DeKalb makes 40.
Yeah. So the salaries are also way different.
But also it's the size comparison is different. So they would probably be doing very little there compared to Stone here. I would say like if I got a job down there somewhere, it'd probably be 30s.
And the other thing is you could get a lot more acreage in Texas than you could up here. It's hard to get acreage up here. Land value is massive. And then, you've got the sprawls that they keep developing. So Adams County, where we're at, is pretty rural. Gettysburg is the county seat. Gettysburg borough itself has about 7,000 people. The whole county has about 100,000. His town in Texas, Texarkana, has over 100,000 just in the town.
But
it's like a big sprawl.
It's a big sprawl. So I think the city of Texarkana, Texas, is like 40 to 50,000.
Yeah.
But if you add Texarkana, Texas, Texarkana, Arkansas, Pleasant Grove, Liberty, Ilo, all the surrounding, it's about 100,000.
Yeah. And I think what you're doing is what we would do if we moved to Texas. Tori is, she gets better wages in Dallas, but because Dallas is a city, but you get to live out, you know, you could drive an hour outside of Dallas and be in the middle of nowhere. And that's the way to do it. Like, that's what we want to do up here is we like living in Gettysburg because I can't say Gettysburg cheap, but there are cheaper places in Pennsylvania.
Yeah, Gettysburg is more, I'd say, the more expensive areas.
Yeah. We're about 45 minutes south of Harrisburg, which is the state capital. I would like to move kind of more northwest of where we're at now and more into the mountains. I think it would be a little cheaper, but you want to be within distance of getting a good job, especially where he's at in his field. Like, I can work from anywhere. I mean, I've worked in the middle of my tent in a 600-acre farm with no electricity before. Like, I could do work anywhere, but he is very specific in his niche doing wastewater plant operator stuff that you would need to be either near a city or a town that I guess just pays well. I don't know. Like a little small town, like one little
or I can do like multiples.
Yeah, and then there are people that they have a company that does multiple plants because they're so small, it doesn't pay for them to have full-time staff, so they hire a company to do all these wastewater plants in these rural areas. And now that would be something we could do. Gunning for being debt-free before our backs break. Yeah. We are a long way away from that. I think I still owe like 120 some on this house. So, and then we've got other debt that it's been hard. My business has definitely slowed down during the pandemic. His has been fine. He's essential personnel. He's getting hazard pay now. But I need to start bringing in more money, which is why I started a store. I don't know if one of my mods can link it below. I started kind of a t-shirt design store just as like a side hustle to see how well I would do at designing and selling t-shirts, which I'm loving the design part. That's another creative outlet I've been trying to work on. But I'm learning more about retail marketing for my clients. Yes, that is the store. Thank you, Daniel. Check out some of the clothes on there that I've been designing, and I really dig it. He's wearing some of it. So I don't know if everybody here is Star Wars geeks or not. So this is my first customer. He's got this is the way hat. This is actually embroidered into the fabric. And then his sweatshirt is another Mandalorian quote from the show called I Have Spoken is the quote. But the quality, we wanted to test the quality of the actual products once they're printed, and they're really good. So I'm pretty excited about it. Miss Naked Gardener says, Conroe properties are outrageous. We recently saw a spot in Madisonville that was appealing. Yeah, I think when we were looking at potentially moving to Texas to be closer to his family, we were looking around Palestine or something because I wanted to be far enough away that it wasn't like they could just come by all the time. But also, you know, we could visit with them. But I don't know. I don't see us moving to Texas. I like Pennsylvania. But, you know, we could change our mind later on. We're not really married to any place. We just really... Is Texas an open carry? I assume Texas is open carry. I think Texas is
an open carry.
But they don't allow the sale of raw milk.
Yeah, they don't. Yeah.
So their homestead laws are a little stricter there than up here in Pennsylvania. So there's that as well. We also look at water table. I don't know that Texas, I know Colorado is a part of this significant water table depletion that's going on in the Midwest.
I don't think East Texas is.
But I don't know if East Texas is a part of that. So we will never move out to Colorado or that area because of that aquifer that's being depleted out there. Here we've got so many mountains and runoff that I think we'll be fine. And there probably are parts of Colorado that'll be fine from mountain water, but even Missy, Missy and William Ashton, said that they had issues with water, even with the mountain runoff. So that's another thing that we look at is the availability of water. We never have an issue with that here, as far as like you'll have droughts, yeah, but it's not like we're dependent on an aquifer here, essentially. Wicked Chickens, welcome. And Jay Love's in here. I probably have missed talking to people. I probably need to pay more attention to the chat. Yeah, Texas is very cheap. Daniel, you're in Mississippi. Orion Taltos. I assume hems are fairly cheap there as well in Mississippi. And he's kind of in mid-southern Mississippi, not on the Gulf, but southern half of Mississippi. And then I wish Big Bear was here. They would let us know whether Georgia prices, how they were. North Carolina prices seem pretty decent. I would say that's kind of the middle ground. It's not as expensive as Pennsylvania, but not as cheap as Texas. Very southern Mississippi, just shy of the coast. Property is easy to afford, yeah. I thought you were a little further up.
Apparently not.
Apparently I was freaking wrong. Yeah, Missouri, from what I've researched, is one of the better homesteading states. I just don't want to live in Missouri. I think they're close to the aquifer too. And Missouri, was it Midland? I don't think I talked to you about this. They have this weird, what do you call it? Where an earthquake, a fault. They have a weird fault line in Missouri. And they've got these weird predictions coming out about how there's eventually going to be this massive earthquake in Missouri. And I'm like, nope. Have you ever heard about that?
No, but that's like everywhere. I mean, like Yellowstone's supposed to erupt.
I mean, this one, it's apparently fairly massive. I'll have to show you the article I read on it at some point. I mean, it's pretty massive. I don't think I'd want to move to Missouri. Ready to raise the money to move. Where are you going to move to, Wicked Chicken? Or do you know yet?
Missouri is where Greg Judy is.
Yeah. I mean, there's some good homesteaders there. Doug and Stacy are there.
Oh, is that where they're at?
Yeah. The people that do River Hills elderberry syrup, that was at HOA, that's where they're at. They treat their disabled veterans really well. Yeah, Texas I could see treating disabled. They're very much a very patriotic state too. I don't know how Pennsylvania treats it. I don't think Maryland treats them very well at all. I'm very proud of being from Maryland, but there's a lot of things about Maryland I don't like. I like the culture of Maryland. I don't like the politics of Maryland. Let's put it that way. And Donald's very proud Texan, born and raised, born in Houston, has lived all over the state, Odessa, Texarkana, Houston,
Dallas.
I mean, he's lived all over the state, but even he prefers living in Pennsylvania for the various reasons.
For the various laws and stuff.
Yeah. And I had at one point thought about trying to move back to Maryland, but Maryland literally has the worst gun laws in the country, in the entire country.
Yeah,
Isn't Texas open carry? Am I wrong there? I thought they were.
I thought they were open carry. Is Texas not open carry?
That would be weird if Texas wasn't open carry and Pennsylvania was. I'm pretty sure Texas is open. Are they not, Mama Z? I'm pretty sure they are. They gotta be.
Oh, you just have to be licensed to. Okay, you just have to be licensed to carry. I think that's what it is, just licensed to carry.
You don't have to be licensed to carry here.
Yeah, you don't have to be licensed to carry.
No.
In Pennsylvania, you just have to have a license to conceal.
Yeah. Which I do.
Which only costs us $20.
You fill out an application, $20, and that's it. You don't have to have any kind of interview, background check, nothing. Well, I mean, they probably do a background check.
They do it back. They do it background.
But That's it. It was very easy to get. Now Donald has to get his replaced because he dropped his down a sewer at work at one point.
I am not going down in there to get it.
Nope. He said that was it. That was a shitty situation. Do I know any songs about Texas? I don't think I do. I know that veteran song. The one you and Dad like.
Which one?
The Dixie Chick song.
Traveling Soldier?
Yeah. I don't think I know. I should learn a song about Texas.
Yellow Rose of Texas.
Right.
What's that third? What was that? What's that country song with Texas?
Country song with Texas. How's it go?
I'm drawing a blank. Oh my God.
The only one I know is The Yellow Rose of Texas, and I know
there's
that
another
one
one.
because it was in an Elvis movie, and I've seen all the
I
Elvis
should have
movies.
my Texas license taken from me.
Is it the one that Nathan sings to Mama Z all the time? Samson Farm sings?
I don't know what song that is he sings.
What's that song, Mama Z? You know it because you hate it. Not hate it, but she'll probably know it. Donald does get into a lot of situations.
That I do.
Of shitty situations.
That I do. That's it.
She doesn't listen to country.
That one's.
Oh, God bless Texas. I probably won't win that one.
I think it's God blessed Texas.
No, I don't think. I think it's God bless Texas. What kind of music do you listen to, Tori? Trying to think if I know any songs that you would know.
I don't listen to country, but I've heard it.
I listen to old country. I don't listen to any of the new stuff. But if you pull out some Conway Twitty, I'm all about it. Johnny Cash. I love me some Johnny Cash. Honestly, I like some of the gunfighter ballads. Marty Robbins.
Oh. What's funny is a video game got me into Marty Robbins.
Yeah.
Fallout.
Marty Robbins that's good stuff. I fell in love with a Mexican girl. And then Big Iron on his hip. That's a good one.
Big Arm. Big Arm.
R&B, jazz, 90s hip hop. Don't think I know any of that. But I used to listen to it in high school.
California.
Now, wait a minute. 90s hip hop isn't Gangsta's Paradise? 90s hip
No, I
hop?
don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about.
You sang it in the car yesterday when we went to the grocery store, so. Yeah, Marty Robbins is good stuff.
Don't help.
See?
Don't help.
She said
Don't
it
help.
is. How's it start?
I have no clue. No clue.
I don't even remember how it starts.
Oh, thank God.
I'll literally pull it up on my phone right now.
No.
So what else we got going on? So we're butchering rabbits next weekend. We have them all sold already. We actually have a cop that's buying all the rabbits that we're butchering. We might be picking up goats tomorrow. The SPCA, if we can figure out how to transport goats without any kind of animal transport, we're thinking about sticking them in the back seat of the truck. But we have 3 goats we're picking up that the SPCA confiscated from a bad situation.
3 out of like 20.
Yeah, it might be 2. I don't know. I don't know what the third one is that we would want. But I'm not sure how to mingle goats. I have a concern about that.
I'm just going to throw them in together.
I feel like that could end bad.
Like,
We're going to have to keep an eye on them. Yeah. Do goats fight?
Hey, headbutt.
So,
See one knocked out?
yeah. So we'll be getting some goats. I know one of them's name is Reggie. Reggie's really sweet. I don't know how Argo's going to react. And it's going to be females. They didn't have any intact males. So we still need to get a male because I still want to breed. We talked about the butchering of the rabbits. We still got to get our winter garden done.
Which one's Reggie?
The sweet one.
That
It's the sweet
that one.
Yeah, we're going to get that one and the black one. Apparently the black one's a bitch.
Really?
Yeah. So I don't know if we still want that one or not.
Well, yeah, no, she's a bitch.
Apparently she's a bitch. From what Abby tells me.
Yeah, I don't want no bitch.
CJ Farms, hello. Dance cleaning and gardening. Yeah, I do a lot of dance cleaning too. I was listening to some Justin Timberlake doing some cleaning. Him and Chris Stapleton, that song they do together.
Say something.
Mm-hmm. I love that song. What else we got going on? So we got to plant the winter garden. We got to get the soil up there though. We did get a big free load of mulch or wood chips, which was nice. It was like 3 truck beds from some like tree company. They asked if anybody wanted it, and I said, we'll take it all. And they gave us all of it. New series on goat zombie goats takeover. Right. What else? There's not a whole lot going on besides that.
Just your heart monitor just got done.
Oh yeah, I did get my stress test done Thursday and Friday. That's where I got my cool bruises from. But I don't have any. Well, I got one result from when they inject you with the thing that makes your heart go crazy, and it was all normal. This is what pisses me off about my heart. So my normal heart rate's like between 90 and 100. When I've been having these heart palpitations that have been causing me to have issues and get these tests done, my heart rate will go up to like 140, 150. And then when I was in the hospital last year, I went up to like 180, 200, which is like heart attack level. Of course, when I go in for the stress test on Thursday, they give me the injection. And it's like, oh, well, it went up to 109. I'm like, why can't my heart listen? What are we planting? What are we planting? So
Greens.
for the winter, yeah, we're going to plant lots of greens, chard, spinach.
Lots of tubers.
Some tubers, root vegetables. I know they take longer, but like turnips and stuff. I think we missed the window for broccoli and cauliflower, which is fine. I might still try to plant them anyway.
Why the hell not?
Just to see, like 3 family. Yeah, I was playing some earlier, CJ. 3 family sent us some seeds, and one of the cauliflower packets, it was a lot of seeds because it has a low germination rate. So I'm thinking I might just throw that whole thing in there, see what happens. But mostly greens, I think, and whatever root vegetables we can get away with. So because our summer garden did not do well from the drought, I figure we're going to try with the winter garden at least. I've got those books, some of these books by 𝙒𝙃𝙀 that are specifically about 4-season harvests, and it lets you determine what you can plant at what time based on when your first frost date is. Technically, our first frost date is not supposed to be until
the end of October.
Yeah, mid to end October. But it's been getting a little cold, so I think it's going to be a little early this year, which is fine. But you basically go through a chart that he's got in here to figure out when you can plant stuff. We can still do beans, I think, if we wanted to do beans. I don't know if we're going to do beans. But heck, we still have to pick our sweet potatoes. And we've got some beans that are still in the garden. Yeah, we have no fall nurseries around here. Everybody closes shop. This is what's weird. We have this one place that we love to go to because they have such a significant variety, Taylor's.
Yeah.
They close up shop April 1st. I'm like, why would you only sell for February and March?
Was it April or May?
It was April.
Oh, I thought it was May.
It was because it was weird because we still wanted to get plants in April and May.
Yeah.
I think they reopened sometime in the summer to do flowers or something. But as far as like the herbs and the vegetables, like we don't even plant until May. You can't plant in Pennsylvania until after Mother's Day.
Niche.
What's a niche?
Having a fall nursery.
Yeah. Honestly, one of our favorite channels to watch is who's that tree guy you like? Up in
Oh. Uh,
I'm blanking. 𝙎𝙊𝘾𝙄𝑖𝑟𝑠?
𝙎𝙊𝘾𝙄𝑖𝑟𝑠.
𝙎𝙊𝘾𝙄𝑖𝑟𝑠. If you don't know this guy on YouTube, he's a phenomenal channel, very educational. It's where we got the idea for the compost system that we're putting together with the chickens. But what he does is he grows and sells trees and other plants all year long. And he'll grow, 50 trees in like a square like this big in his driveway. And so we're thinking about trying to do that because we don't have a whole lot of acreage, but we could grow a lot of herbs. We could grow trees to sell. And so that might be a thing we try to do one year too. This year, the nursery stuff, yeah. Self-sufficient meat, yeah, I like that one too. Is that the one that's in Australia? Or is that someone else? But yeah, check out 𝙎𝙊𝘾𝙄𝑖𝑟𝑠. It's one of our favorite channels to watch on YouTube because his voice is also very calming. He's kind of got that Bob Ross voice. Yeah. Very calming. And he just goes through all kinds of like an edible landscape that they've created on their property. It's amazing.
He's big on comfrey.
Big on comfrey. That's one thing we want to grow a lot of because we're trying to suppress not only some of the grass that we have, but chickens love it. It's good for making salves, obviously. And then
it's good for
spreading. Because you can
organic matter.
It's good for organic matter, and you can pull up a comfrey plant and you'll get roots sometimes this long, and you only need one that's maybe 1 knuckle to repopulate into a new plant. And we did that one year.
Yep.
It worked great. So see you, Tori. Thank you for stopping by. Oh, the goat lifting video. We forgot about that.
Yeah, I didn't.
So we got to do that. If we're getting these goats Monday, you might be lifting goats.
I'm gonna be lifting goats. I'm gonna be lifting them out of the truck and then hauling them over there with the leash.
I'm gonna film it. I actually think tomorrow with that footage, I'll have enough to put out another video. So maybe tomorrow a video will come out. Yeah.
You're gonna put the catching the chickens in there?
Yeah. You climbing up in the tree last night to catch chickens.
You get to see my trick on how to catch wayward chickens that are still roosting at night.
Out of a tree.
Out of a tree. And it works pretty well.
Yeah. As long as they don't poop on my head.
That's what I'm almost doing.
Yeah. I'll get a film of Donald, if not lifting goats, at least trying to catch these goats tomorrow. That should be interesting. Gotta bounce, gotta put the monster to bed. Thank you, Matt. Thank you for coming by today, by the way. We had a good time. And the food was excellent. Yeah, you guys need a video too. I don't think we've put a video out since June, honestly. We've done the lives, but it's been such a weird summer. And like we really haven't had anything to put the video on. Here's the thing, when it's 90 degrees out, I don't want to be outside. And he doesn't want to be outside. And it's drought anyway. And we look at the garden and we're like, we're done. There's nothing we can do. So, what are we going to film? Us sitting in here like lamenting about what could have been in the garden because we don't have any rain. And we only have a 17-foot well. We can't water the garden from our well. It has to be from either the stream or rain barrels or just natural rain. So how am I feeling? I'm feeling pretty good right now. I actually did start taking CBD oil this week. I haven't noticed any change except I think I'm sleeping better, which I'm the type of person that I will stress myself when I sleep, that it'll wake me up early because I'm worried about work. Well, I don't know what's wrong with me. I had the stress tests on my heart Thursday and Friday. He took off work for that. There's nothing that they've told me so far that they found. So I'm honestly starting to think that it's all vitamin deficiency. The more I research my symptoms and stuff, I really think I'm just vitamin deficient is causing the issue. Getting started on Hempstead. It will be 36 tonight and clear, so you may get a frost. Yeah, that would do it. I think we're down to 40 some. We're not quite in the 30s yet, I'm waiting though. I kind of dig it. I can't wait.
37
Is it?
tonight.
So we make it 37 tonight. I can't wait till we start the wood stove. That's my favorite time of year. Is when you that first wood stove and you start smelling it outside, and then I don't know. Does anybody else? Can you smell snow or when it's going to snow? Because I can smell it, and it's one of my favorite scents.
I can.
He's learned how to smell it. I don't think you could smell it when you first moved up here though.
No, because we didn't have that.
Yeah, but now you can smell snow, and I love that and the wood stove.
She saw the first year we went back down to Texas. She saw how people act when they see an inch of snow.
Yeah, Texans are weird with snow. I will say that.
We were going from a town called 𝙒𝙊𝙄𝙇 to Texarkana, and it's a 45-minute drive, but it's 2 roads, so it's mainly highway.
Well, and the backstory was when we got there, it was like 76 degrees, and the next day.
Yeah, well, no, it was 2 days. So we got there on a Sunday, and it was 75 degrees, and that Tuesday was Christmas, and it was
4 inches of
it was
snow.
4 inches of snow. That's right, it was 4 inches of snow.
He says I brought it with me. I probably did.
And then that Thursday, so 2 days later, all the snow was gone.
Yeah. But that day we drove to his grandmother's for Christmas.
Or from Christmas.
Or from Christmas.
There were
was like 15 cars
15 wrecks.
turned over because they can't drive in the snow. It was the weirdest thing. I've never seen that. And I've seen people drive stupid in the snow, but that was a little extra.
It was awkward too, because we were in the car with my stepdad and mother, and he was going like 70 miles an hour, and
with all of us in the car in the snow.
My mother was giving him hell, and she was like, "Everybody I love is in this car. You slow down."
She gave him some fresh Texas hell is what she gave him.
Yeah,
I've never seen her that mad.
I have.
Well, you are her son, and I know how you are.
I've been on the receiving end of that.
Yeah. Come to Toronto, you won't even need snow. They're stupid.
Oh, don't even get me started.
Maryland drivers are pretty
Maryland drivers. Oh my God.
Well, Maryland drivers, it's not that they're bad at snow driving. They're just very angry, and they're just bad at driving in general.
Yeah.
Maryland drivers are very angry, and it's honestly, I think it has to do with like an affluenza thing where a lot of people that live in Maryland work in big cities like DC or Baltimore. So they make a lot of money, and they own big houses in like Frederick where he works, and they drive or commute down to DC. So, they're making $150,000 in DC and then buying these $1 million homes up in Frederick. And it's just, I think it's like they're rich and moody, and they want you to get the hell out of the way, is what I think a lot of it is.
I think a lot of it is just Maryland drivers suck.
I'm a Maryland driver, and I don't suck.
No,
I used to want to be a race car driver
You're
when
a
I
great
was
driver.
younger. That was my thing. I wanted to be a race car driver. So.
There was it was funny because in Frederick, DPW has to have insurance. All this, or the city has to have insurance. And one of the car insurances was trying to show the 3-second rule when you're driving, and it's 3 seconds behind a car, or behind the next car, and they couldn't. They said in Maryland you couldn't even do the 3-second rule because there was nowhere that they could find a place.
It's packed in Maryland
Where you could be driving. Not even that it's packed. It's just that they're driving, and everybody. If there's a 3-second gap, you're going to have 10 cars getting in between that 3-second gap.
Yeah, and you rage drive when people do that. That you like get up on the bumper of the person in front.
I've learned now how to handle it.
Getting started says I'm a Kentuckian, and we drive like it doesn't matter if our teeth get knocked out. Yeah, that would be a Maryland driver.
Oh my God. But also the other thing about Maryland that bothers me is they're left lane drivers. And from Texas, and even in Pennsylvania, everybody drives on the right lane. Left lane's used for passing and emergency vehicles. But in Maryland, nope, it's just whatever lane.
And that's true. When I grew up in Maryland and took Maryland driving tests, we don't have a passing lane and a regular lane.
You have a
it's
slow
just
lane,
a slow lane and a fast lane.
Yep.
That's why when I moved up here in Pennsylvania, that's illegal. The left lane is supposed to only be for passing. Everybody has to stay in the right lane unless they're passing. So I had to adjust to that too. It's weird how they're different. To me, anyway.
To me, that's one of the things that should be countrywide, is the same driving standard everywhere.
Actually, see, so that's where my husband gets it. Yeah, because her husband's from Kentucky, and his family's still in Kentucky. Might play some Credence.
There you go.
We're almost at the end of our live, so I don't know if you guys want to hear one more song before we end things. You can hear it anytime.
They just said, look, right there.
There is no yes. Yours doesn't count.
Mine always
and you
counts.
Can't sucker CJM to always speak for you. I see what you two got going on there.
I don't have to.
See?
There you go. And a heart.
You and CJM. Would you guys want to hear a Credence Clearwater? I know a couple.
Yeah.
What's the most popular one of the ones I sing, you think?
What are the ones you sing?
I sing Have You Ever Seen the Rain? Wrote a song for everyone. And I used to know.
It would probably be Have You Ever Seen the Rain then?
Okay. Well, let me find that one. The one that's the backdoor one. But I haven't played that one in a while, so I feel like I messed that one up. The one, do, looking out my back door. And that one, I feel like they were high when they sang it. Or
the one with the elephant?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And dinosaurs and wearing high heels. And I'm like, I don't know what you were thinking. I think I do this one out of the cake. Okay. I think I got this one. Feel free to sing along. Someone told me long ago there's a calm before the storm, and I know it's been coming for some time. When it's over, so they say, it'll rain a sunny day, and I know it's shining down like water. And I want to know, have you ever seen the rain? And I want to know, have you ever seen the rain falling down on a sunny day? Yesterday and days before, sun is cold and rain is hot, and I know it's been that way for all my time. When it's over, so they say, it'll rain on a sunny day, and I know, and you can't stop, I wonder. And I want to know, have you ever seen the rain? And I want to know, have you ever seen the rain falling down on a sunny day? I butchered that a little bit. Again, I'm trying to get back into playing, and you guys are helping with that, so I appreciate that. Getting wife on the homestead. Oh my goodness. I'm glad he's not here to see this. Getting started on the homestead. He's got to go. His wife's yelling at him. Go get your wife. CGM says, we were talking about you on Pete's Live. I missed Pete's Live. I missed Pete's and Teresa's Live Friday. Honestly, we were pretty exhausted because we had 2 days in the hospital with my heart. So I will catch up with them this week for sure. But thank you guys for stopping by. It is 10:01. I usually try to pick a channel to look at. And honestly, I kind of want to pick CGM because CGM has been here almost every week. I'm going to stop blocking your head. And they're just really sweet people. So check out CGM Farms and subscribe to their channel, support other homesteaders, and we will see you guys. It'll probably be Saturdays in the early evening from now on, since Donald, if anybody missed it, Donald's schedule is changing again on his days off. So Sunday nights are not going to work for us again. One of these days, I'm just going to get rich and famous, and you won't have to work, and then it won't be an issue.
Yeah,
So,
okay.
but until then,
I'll take it.
you guys take care. We'll see you again soon. Oh, yes, and Mama Z is going to be live on Two Family on Monday, so I'll be there for that too.
Pete.
Oh, Pete, no. Yes, sorry. We were actually just talking about you too. And our lives are changing, so we're going to try for Saturday afternoons or something. But yeah, we'll see you guys soon. And we'll be in touch. Don't forget, you can message us anytime on either Marco. If you guys aren't on Marco Polo and want to just chat with me on video throughout the week on Marco Polo,
No, I think CJM is right. One more quick song.
One more quick. He did not. Oh, he did.
Yeah, he did. One more quick song.
Which one?
I Wish I Wish.
You and your Coal Mountain song.
You're welcome.
Pete, are you still around? Because this would be for Pete specifically. And Countryside Acres, since they just hopped on. We'll see if Pete's still on.
Yeah, he is.
There we go. Sing one more song for Pete. I mean, it's not like we have anything else to do tonight, so. I wish my baby was born and sitting on his papa's knee, and me, poor girl, were dead and gone, and the green grass growing on my feet. I ain't ahead, no, never will be, till the sweet apple grows on a sour apple tree. But still I hope the time will come and you and I shall be as one. I wish my love had died and sent his soul to wander free. Then we might meet where ravens cry, that our poor bodies rest in peace. The owl is a lonely bird, just chill my heart with dread and terror. There's someone's blood there on his wing, someone's blood there on his feather. It's a very sad song, but I like that song. So that's for Countryside and Pete, since they just hopped in. But thank you guys for hanging out with us. We enjoy it, honestly. I mean, the only thing we'd be doing right now is watching Netflix. So we would much rather hang out with you guys. And we'll see you guys next week. Theoretically on Saturday, as soon as we find out the exact day that he's switching his days off again at work. But thank you guys for coming by. And we'll let you know what time. It was Sundays at 9. I have no idea what it's going to be now. But subscribe, and we'll let you know. See you guys then. Take care. Peace. Are you going to do peace sign?